Hi guys, I wanted to come to you today with my candle empties for the month of April 2016. I thought I would have a few more candles than this, but I didn't, so we're just going to go with it. So I wanted to start out with the tarts from Yankee Candle that I burned this month, or melted this month. I burned 4 of the cotton candy ones, look like this, and I would put 2 of them in my melter at a time, and I would get a decent throw out of them. I do like the scent of this. It's a really good scent. So tarts are one of the very few things at Yankee that I still like. I burnt 3 of the white chocolate apple tarts from Yankee, and these throw really strong, so I absolutely still love these. These are still very strong, so I'm still loving these. And then last month I had these that did not throw. They had absolutely no scent throw in them. They are the campfire treats, but it says ghostly treats, but it's campfire treats. But I did have I didn't burn these. These are going in the trash, the ghostly treat ones, but I have some of these that look like the marshmallows, and it's called Campfire Treats. I had 6 of these. I burned 3 of them at a time, and I could get a decent throw out of these. But the ones that say Ghostly Treats on them, they're gone. There's absolutely no scent in them, so I'm not even going to try to melt those. Then I had this one-off candle. I got this when I was in Napa in 2011, I guess it was. And it's from the Barrel Room Candles in Napa Valley. And I had burned a little bit of it, and I was like, I just need to get rid of this. So I put it in my kitchen and burned it. And this is just a generic smelling candle that smells like something you could get from the dollar store. And I guarantee you I paid a lot more than $1 for this stupid candle. So wouldn't repurchase this, or wouldn't purchase this if I found this out in Napa again. Trust me. Hopefully I will go to Napa someday soon again. I also went through a Sensationals Iced Lemon Sugar Cookie. Absolutely love this. This smells just like a sugar cookie with lemon icing on it. I get some of these at Sprouts. They are amazing. Smell just like this. So every time I burn these, or I melt these, it makes me want sugar cookies. So these can be dangerous, but I absolutely love these. Have backups of these, and will purchase more of these. I know I will. I know how I am. I'm still trying to get through my Colonial Candle Brazilian lychee, whatever you say. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know why I bought so many of them last year. I was on a roll last year. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, or to the end of these. I think I have another bigger one in there, but if you like this scent, then you'll love it. It's a beautiful burn. It burned all the way down to the metal. It's just not a favorite scent of mine, so I wouldn't repurchase that particular scent, but I do love Colonial candles. I finished my first Acquiesce that I bought last year sometime, and this one is in Boardwalk. And I love these candles, but I would not get this Boardwalk again because I had it in my bathroom and it was a very light throw. And I'm used to Boardwalk being a Bath & Body Works candle that'll blow you out of the house. So this is really expensive as a bathroom candle, and I don't want to spend, I think it's $12.99 for one of these for my bathroom. So Boardwalk I wouldn't get again. I do have a Moonlight Petals that is burning right now, and it is throwing really well. So it's not like a super strong scent, but it's throwing a lot better than this one. So I would get other ones, but not the Boardwalk in this scent. Then I have the Yankee Candle Lavender Vanilla. I burned it down halfway. In the bathroom, I could not get a scent out of this. And I ended up putting it on my melter, and I could not get a scent out of it the first time, and I was done with it. I could not get a scent, so I'm done with that one. Would not get that again. I did get one Yankee Candle that I did like out of this, and I got these at the SAS sale last year, and I got 2 of them. The first one, I loved it, and so I was saving this one, and I was like, just go ahead and burn this. I still like this. I still say this is a good one. It was a tricolor one, and it's the St. Patrick's Trio, and it had fresh mint, sugared apple, and fruit fusion in it. It was a green layer, a white layer, and an orange layer, and I could smell the fresh mint and the fruit fusion in this. I love this. It burned all the way down to the wick, or to the metal on the wick. It has a lot of residue, but there's no sooting. If there's residue, I don't care as long as I can smell the crazy thing. And I could smell this one and enjoyed this one. So it's one Yankee Candle out of how many that I enjoyed. So I did like this. I wished I had bought or had found tons of these, because I would love to have had more of these. So that's one I did like. Sorry. This one is the Wild Fig, and I got this from my friend Gretchen. She sent it to me in a care package, and I absolutely love this on cold sniff. It is a awesome candle, and the same thing, I could not get a scent throw out of it, but I love it on cold throw or cold sniff. But I wished I could have smelled this in the house like what I'm smelling out of the jar right now, because it was amazing. But thank you, Gretchen, for sending this to me, because I was curious as to what it even smelled like, because I'd seen several people have these that they've got in outlet stores and whatever. So I was glad that I at least got to smell the candle and smell what it was like. So absolutely amazing candle on cold. So I went through a Blueberry Pancakes from Mainstays. This was a good candle. It went all the way through. I'm not real sure what I stuck down in there in the middle of it. That was after it burned, but I'm not sure what that is. But it burned all the way down to the metal, burned cleanly. There's no soot. There's residue on the sides, but as I say, I don't care about residue as long as I can get some scent out of it. And I would get this, and I think there was a cider one that I liked. And I would get it as well again. So this was a good one for $3. Definitely enjoyed that candle. I started out burning this one, and it's the Smoked Berries and Incense, and it started tunneling on me, and I didn't really like the smell of it when it was burning. So I put it on my melter and absolutely ended up loving this, because I could get the berry out of it a lot more, and there was some kind of weird smell to it when it was burning. So when I put, I guess it's the incense, I was getting more incense than berry before, but when I put it on the melter, I was getting more berry out of it, so I liked that. So I think I have a couple more of these, and I will just put them on my melter. I won't even worry about burning these, because I know it's not going to end well if I burn them. So I did end up liking that once it got on the melter. Then I have this Harry and David's Red Velvet Cupcake. I bought this at Gordman's for $5.99. It has a lot of residue on the side. It burned all the way down. I can still smell the red velvet cupcake here, but it had absolutely no throw. So it's amazing to me how I can smell it right here when I smell inside the jar, but you can't get a throw out of it. I don't understand. But whatever. I don't know if it's because I got it at Gordman's, or if that's just how all Harry and David candles are, even if you get them at their stores, whatever. But I would not pick this one back up again. Then this is the Colonial Candle Paris Parisian Cafe. And if you watched my video last week about, you know, what I did with what kind of candles I burn, what accessories I used and everything, and I told you about the candle, the cotton ball incident. Here's the famous candle, because it still has water in it. You can see water sloshing around. I don't know if you can see it sloshing around in there, but I was not paying attention and was trying to dip the cotton ball in there to get the extra wax out, and forgot to put the wicks out and set the cotton ball on fire. And so luckily it was in the bathroom. It was much higher up when I did this, and still it has water in it, so whatever. But this was a good candle. It smells good. I like this candle. So just be careful with the cotton balls sometimes, because they kind of catch on fire. It's kind of scary at times. So I have this Yankee Candle Cotton Coconut and Vanilla Bean. I actually could smell this one in my bathroom the whole time it was going. I could just smell, I guess it's the Vanilla Bean and Coconut. I thought it was just coconut I was smelling, but I guess it was both of them I was smelling. But it was a really good candle. I could smell this one. It has a lot of residue on it, but again, don't care about the residue as long as I can smell it. So, definitely enjoyed that candle while it was burning. And then I have two Bath & Body Works candles here. I have the Mocha Latte Swirl. I really enjoyed this candle a lot. Not right now. I smell smoke in it now. I love the caramel smell of it. I did have it burning at times with the Paris Lavender Macaron. I was burning those two at the same time. Really like the two of those together. But I have several backups of this one, and I'm very happy about that. So definitely would repurchase this again, or and do have the backups of it. Then the last one that I have is the Strawberry and Vanilla from Bath & Body Works. And this was good, and this was a pain. The first and last burn on this was awesome. You could smell the strawberries and vanilla. It was great. Just the in-between parts, all the other burns in between, I couldn't smell a daggum thing on this thing. So this is one of those duds that you will get at Bath & Body Works every once in a while. I don't think I ever trimmed the wicks on this candle. I just lit it because the wicks were like this the entire time. Every time I opened it up to light it again, that's the size. And I was like, all right, we'll just light it and keep going. And so I have two backups of this, but I would not repurchase this. It smells really good on cold, but it just doesn't do well. It did not perform well for me, so I would not pick up any more of them. So that is the candles and the wax and the tarts that I melted or burned this month for April 2016. If there's any of these that you have had the same thing with, or you've had better performance with them, let me know. I would love to know that, know the difference of what's going on. If there's any of these candles you do or don't like, if there is some you think I should try, definitely let me know that down in the comments. I would love to know that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. I would love to have you here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.